Every night, without realizing it, you disappear for nearly 8 hours as the conscious version of yourself, the one that thinks, worries, and makes decisions, quietly shuts down, allowing something far stranger to take its place. For most of human history, people had no understanding of what happened during sleep. Yet modern science has revealed that the brain never truly rests. Instead, it cycles through a remarkably precise sequence of stages, including light sleep, deep sleep, and the mysterious state known as REM sleep, or rapid eye movement. This discovery, first documented in the 1950s by researcher Eugene Oserinsky while studying his son, transformed our understanding of dreaming because it revealed that the brain during REM is nearly as active as it is during wakefulness. Although the body remains almost entirely paralyzed through a process called rematonia, the mind becomes intensely alive, generating vivid worlds and experiences that can feel completely real. Scientists believe this temporary paralysis evolved to prevent people from physically acting out their dreams, a mechanism whose failure in rare disorders causes individuals to run, fight, or move violently while asleep, responding to realities that exist only within their minds. This raises a profound question. If the brain is capable of constructing entire alternate worlds every night, what purpose do dreams actually serve? Sigmund Freud famously argued that dreams were disguised expressions of repressed desires, but modern neuroscience has largely moved away from this interpretation. Researchers like Matthew Walker propose instead that dreaming functions as a form of overnight emotional therapy, during which levels of the stress-related chemical noradrenaline reach their lowest point, while emotional brain regions remain highly active, allowing painful experiences to be revisited and processed without the full burden of anxiety. In this sense, dreams may help the brain remove the emotional intensity from difficult memories, quietly healing psychological wounds while we remain unaware of the process. Sleep also plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, as the brain selectively replays fragments of daily experiences, blending them with older memories and searching for patterns that determine what information should be permanently stored and what should be forgotten. This process explains why dreams rarely resemble coherent narratives and instead merge people, places, and events from entirely different periods of life into bizarre but emotionally meaningful combinations. Another influential theory, proposed by Alan Hobson and Robert McCarley, suggests that dreams result from the brain attempting to impose stories upon random electrical activity generated in the brainstem, transforming meaningless signals into narratives simply because the human mind is naturally driven to create order from chaos. Yet this explanation leaves unanswered the remarkable consistency of certain dream experiences across cultures and centuries. Dreams of falling, being chased, arriving unprepared, or losing teeth appear in societies with no shared language, mythology, or media, leading some researchers to argue that dreams may function as evolutionary simulations that prepare humans for potential dangers in a safe environment. Under this view, dreaming acts as a mental training ground where ancient survival scenarios are rehearsed long before they are needed in real life. Long before neuroscience existed, civilizations around the world recognized that something important occurred during sleep. Ancient Egyptians created dream dictionaries. Greek temples used dreams as a source of healing and divine guidance, and indigenous Australian traditions developed the concept of the dreaming as a deeper reality underlying ordinary existence. Although modern science often dismisses these interpretations as superstition, it remains striking that so many independent cultures concluded that dreams deserved careful attention and systematic study. The mystery deepens further through the phenomenon of lucid dreaming, where individuals become aware that they are dreaming while still asleep and can sometimes influence the dream itself. Research by Stephen LaBerge demonstrated this state scientifically when trained subjects communicated their awareness through specific eye movements during REM sleep, proving that consciousness can, under certain circumstances, enter and interact with the very mechanisms responsible for dream creation. This discovery blurs the boundary between the waking self and the unconscious processes operating during sleep, suggesting that the division between the two may be far less absolute than it appears. Perhaps the most unsettling realization, however, is that most dreams are never remembered at all. Human beings experience multiple REM cycles each night, yet only recall dreams if they awaken during or immediately after one of these periods, meaning that countless vivid experiences vanish forever without leaving any trace in conscious memory. Entire worlds are constructed and destroyed within the mind every night, populated by emotions, memories, and stories that the waking self will never access. Modern research suggests that while we sleep, hidden processes beneath conscious awareness continue repairing emotional wounds, reorganizing memories, simulating potential threats, and weaving narratives from fragments of experience, all without the participation of the rational, narrating self that defines our waking existence. Sleep, therefore, is not a period of stillness, but an extraordinary transformation in which another form of mental activity temporarily takes control, quietly reshaping who we are before returning us to consciousness in the morning. When you finally wake, you may remember nothing of where you have been, yet the journey has already altered you in subtle ways, leaving behind a slightly different person than the one who closed their eyes the night before. Perhaps that is why sleep remains one of the greatest mysteries of human existence. Every night, we willingly surrender ourselves to a hidden world that works silently in the background, preserving what matters, letting go of what does not, and preparing us for another day without ever asking for our awareness or permission. The mind you wake up with each morning is not exactly the same mind that fell asleep the night before. It has been quietly repaired, reorganized, and shaped by experiences you may never consciously remember, yet whose influence remains with you long after the dreams themselves have faded away.